Outsmarting Anger is an outstanding text on the nature of anger, its causes, and corrective measures that can be used to overcome it. On the book jacket it states that, quote, "When it comes to anger, there's something you may not know. It's not always your anger that gets in the way of your success. Very often, it is the anger of others that is the roadblock to your achieving your goals." End quote. Joseph Shrand really knows what he's talking about. He has both the academic background and the real-world experience required to give true expert advice on this subject. Leigh Devine's experience as a medical writer and television producer is likely the reason this book flows so well and its prose packs such a punch. Together they explain why people get angry, to inspire a change in someone or something else that threatens one's resources, residence, and/or relationships. How anger can become cyclic, with our own anger setting off a limbic response in another, then back and forth the signals bounce. How we can calm that anger in ourselves, by moving from the emotional limbic center of our minds to our prefrontal cortex, and how we can calm the anger in others, by remaining calm, appealing to logic, and first and foremost, by always treating the other with respect. The authors argue that there are 7 basics to remember in order to pinpoint the first emergence of anger, then to effectively outsmart it. These basics are also the chapter titles. Recognize rage, envision envy, sense suspicion, project peace, engage empathy, communicate clearly, and trade thanks. Though the authors discuss different regions of the brain, such as the limbic system, amygdala, and PFC, and how these regions play a part in producing anger or outsmarting it, they don't delve unnecessarily deep when discussing any of them. All references to neurology or cognitive systems should be easily understood by the layman. As one of our authors admits in the preface, they originally started writing a book about the power of respect. Quote, "In my career as a psychiatrist and throughout my life, I'd observed that when people acted with respect toward one another, feelings of anxiety and anger seemed to diminish." End quote. They obviously chose anger as the subject in the end, as it was a topic everyone can relate to. And as a result, it has likely both sold better and, as the case was with me, been picked from more library shelves. However, this golden key to putting the pin back in the anger grenade, respect, has certainly not been completely removed from this book. Its influence is everywhere, and rightly so. The essence of the book's message is best summarized by a quote from the last paragraph of the text. Quote, "If anger is an emotion designed to change the behavior of others, then respect is a behavior designed to change the emotion of others." End quote. Overall, I highly recommend this book, not only to those who may experience anger issues in themselves, but also to those who experience unexpected anger in those around them, or who may be in a position that requires the ability to de-escalate anger in themselves and in others in the workplace. Do make sure to pick up a copy of this book. If you can't afford it, you can find it at a local library or through an interlibrary loan. But if you can, this is definitely a fantastic book to have on the shelf.